Welcome to the patio. This is T, and we got a show for y'all tonight. A really good show. Boy, I keep wanting to sound like them Hodge twins. I've been watching too much of them. We're going to talk about the submarine heard around the world. We're going to talk about the true insurrection, what a real insurrection looked like, and it doesn't have people sitting around singing Kumbaya and wearing buffalo hats. We're going to talk. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first and foremost, how are you doing tonight, Marty Marr?
Doing good. Went on a little camping trip this weekend. Took my nephew and mom and dad went. We had a good time.
Oh, Marty been camping. How about you, Gary? How are you?
Doing good. Hanging out in Fort Smith, Arkansas here lately. It was pretty nice, really hot. And that's about it.
And DW, how are you doing, DW?
I'm sitting over. I know all of y'all are probably just surprised a guy like Marty likes to camp. But, he does.
That's what quiet people do. Quiet people like to camp.
Likes to camp, roast marshmallows.
They do.
He wakes up first, cooks breakfast for everybody, all that kind of stuff.
Fortenberry is out on the beach of Perdido Key, I think is where he's staying. So if you happen to see a flag with Life from the Patio symbol, stop by and say hi.
Can't hide money.
He'll have that. And,
scan that QR code on that flag, too. It'll take you to a wonderful place.
DW and I will actually be in Panama City Beach Monday to Friday of this week. So if you see a big old flag with that same symbol, please feel free to stop by and we'll talk with you a little bit. But let's jump right into the important.
We give you $1 if you scan it. Come up to us, know who we are. We'll give you $1. We'll give you $1 and a margarita and a sticker.
Donnie said that, not me.
And a sticker.
That's coming from Donnie's wallet, apparently.
So the news that's really still moving around, and a lot of people are saying that it's.
I think.
Whoa!
It is important to acknowledge
What do I
that the
got
scale
going
and
on
the
here?
scope of what we are proposing is massive. But
Wow.
the scale and the scope of the climate
We
crisis.
got a lot of stuff going on. That's a man or whatever.
That news took over the podcast.
That news took over podcast, yeah. So I have to cut that one out.
That's them damn Chinese. I think you should leave it in there.
Conspiracy.
Chinese trying to jump on.
The balloon was inside the podcast.
Hit that button over there, Jerry.
But let's talk about the submarine again. So you got this submarine that went down, had 5 people on it, right? They went down to low 4,000 meters, 12,000 feet roughly. We really don't know where it exploded or imploded.
Dude, that is a long
or destroyed.
way in the ocean.
Yeah, it was going to take them 14 hours, I think, to get down and maybe something like that to get up.
How much pressure is that being pushed on?
How much?
It's a lot of pressure.
It's tons.
It's
It's
insane.
probably like several thousand pounds. I don't know, several thousand pounds.
It's like the weight of the
It's
ocean on
crazy.
top of you, and it's insane.
So this guy took these people who paid $250,000 a piece, loaded them into this tube made of carbon fiber. It's the first submarine made of carbon fiber, and we'll get into that in a minute. There's a reason it's the first one.
I wonder what it cost to build it.
Well, I'm sure.
Do we know?
I'm sure millions, but they were getting stuff from Camping World too, or
They took it
yeah.
easy. I don't know if it's true or not, but they claimed that in the video that they have of the wreckage that the controller is still intact. By the way, way to go, PlayStation.
Well, it somewhat makes sense. I guess they would be intact because I guess there's really not a lot of. I mean, it wasn't a lot of air in it. I guess in that controller, maybe not.
I don't know, man. I told you the story I saw because we were briefly talking about this before we got going, but about the old man that's apparently got tons of money because he was considering going, and he went and actually viewed the boat and asked the guy about what the crap was it? What, like secondary and tertiary type
Like fail safe.
yeah, like
Backup
how many
plan.
fail safes you
How many
got?
fail safes? Like if this goes down,
Yes,
we got this.
And basically, a lightning storm supposedly occurred, and it fried the electronics in the boat, and he had no backup for that.
Yeah.
And the guy, that's what piqued the questions. And then the guy did things. He said, like, observe the propulsion systems on the outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
And saw the exposed wires and was worried about like it snagging on the way down.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of little things like that. And he was like, "No, I'm out." Couldn't provide any kind of documentation on certification for the boat, ship, whatever you want to call it.
What's the difference in risk of you traveling to the top of Everest or going to the bottom of the ocean? I mean, the risk I think are I would say fairly close to the same, right? I mean,
more people have traveled to Everest than been to
I think it's way safer. I mean,
I don't know if it's way
ocean.
safer.
It depends on what you're in.
Yeah.
So there
The
was
ocean
a
will kill you.
reason. There's a reason people didn't produce carbon vessels for ocean bearing, and actually combining carbon, it's very brittle once it fails. So under pressure, there's problems. Then he added the titanium ends that were attached to the carbon material, and that created another problem. It created electrolysis between the two. I saw this today that allowed the bolts to start corroding.
It was almost like trying to build a trendy boat, like a trendy new thing.
No,
right?
it is, and that's what the guy wanted to do. And then
let's do stuff that's been working forever.
And the vessel was never cleared for aquatic activities. It never met any standards formally out there. And he took the boat. I saw this on TikTok. I hope it's true. There's a guy talking about this. So there's some sub-specialist, guy that's been to the bottom. He's built subs in the Caribbean. So he ships this thing over to the Caribbean. And the guy agrees to get on it and go down. And he goes down to about this depth, actually. They went this deep. And he heard all this creaking and cracking and stuff. And he'd come back up. And he told him, said, you need to stop what you're doing. Quit selling trips on something that's not ready, and quit worrying about the commercial aspects and worry about safety aspects. And the dude got mad. And
how much money could he have made if he just did this as a startup and eventually built a really nice, well-maintained, licensed boat? He could have made so much money and then sold trips later.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the people in the industry that do some stuff like this, because I know there's other places that take submarine tours and whatnot.
They're legitimate, though.
They're legitimate, and they didn't want them to do this because I think that side of the industry didn't want them to do this because they saw a lot of issues. And now I think I could see more regulation on this type of aspect of the industry coming down the line is what I think is going to happen based on this incident.
Well, but if it never
a fair thought.
If it never met the standards that were already there, why would you expand the standards?
Because that's what government does. Because they saw.
So, but when you're at sea, and he doesn't have to follow any guidelines. That's why he was able to take that thing down below.
Okay, I agree with you.
Hey, submarines kill people.
So the government sees.
Maybe we just ban all submarines.
We should ban all submarines.
We need a bill about
exactly.
it. Can we get a bill about submarines?
There probably will be one
pronto.
How much you want to bet? There probably will be one now. Because the government sees it as, hey, we did not prevent this. We need to put something in place to prevent this from happening, which is going to add more regulations to the industry. I got a better idea. I'm going right now on Temu, and I'm going to see if I can buy us a submarine to take people to the bottom of the Mississippi River.
We'll get that mess off Wish. It'll probably work.
It probably will. We're going to get a submarine off Wish.
This will work. But like $64.
So right now, let us know if you want to ride to the bottom of Wappanaca. We'll take you to the bottom of Wappanaca. We can probably do that with a bucket and some plexiglass.
I'd feel a little bit more safe in the bottom of Spring River.
Or we're playing all 2000 hip hop all the way down. So you can't handle that. Don't sign up. We don't want your money.
How deep is the deepest part of Spring River, Marty? Maybe.
There's some holes that get pretty deep.
I was going to say that one lady got sucked down a sinkhole. Maybe how deep
that's a sinkhole.
Maybe Greer's Ferry Lake.
No, I don't want to. That's creepy. I bet it's haunted down there.
That's 200-something foot.
There's houses down there.
200 foot.
That's where SpongeBob is.
200 is nothing compared to what these guys went to.
No,
yeah, I bet there's houses and all kinds of stuff.
There's squirrels down there.
Well, there's a whole city down there, right?
They flooded. That's what I've always heard.
Yeah, there's a whole city. They flooded it.
Yeah, it's kind of
creepy.
Nuts. Nuts.
But I just don't like all the people on TikTok who are actually cheering for these people to have a bad trip. A bad trip.
I don't agree with a lot. Like, hold on, I gotta rephrase. Some of the memes are funny, and like in my dark humor, I laugh.
There is,
but I do also understand these people have families,
right?
And,
well, yeah,
like it really sucks. And
I believe
the whole situation sucks.
I believe a couple of those people that went down there had direct descendants that were on the Titanic, so they're trying to look into their history. They want to see, hey, this is where my ancestors were.
Yeah, one of the guys, his grandparents died on Titanic,
and then he died in the ship going crazy, right?
Yeah, and some, every person has a different quest for life's meaning. Maybe this was part of his quest.
My quest would have been made billions of dollars and stay on top of the surface, boats and hoes.
Yeah, but that's just it. They make money.
Like Step Brother, it'd have been like that. Not the bottom.
That's Donnie's quest. My quest is Little Debbie's snack cakes.
All right, next story. 24 hours that rocked Russia. How Vladimir Putin. Y'all have heard of the Wagner group, right? Vladimir Putin's own warlord Yevgeny Prigozhin, I think I may have said that right, turned his troops on the president.
I think I may have said that
good
right.
Yeah, good job,
I think I may have.
Hey, you do look extra fly tonight on the camera. Like your light is perfect. Like you look like you're, I don't know, man. You look like a dude that wrote a really good novel.
Well, I'm trying to tell some really good lies. So
He needs to get one of them.
Let's go.
He needs to get one of them feather pens.
So, in the
That's
United
real, man.
States, when someone goes to the Capitol building and forces their way into an empty Capitol building, and AOC feared for her life when she was in another
Man,
state,
she was afraid.
and they wear like buffalo hides and buffalo helmets, and they sit in the Capitol and they chant "Kumbaya" or whatever they chanted.
What would have happened if they were wearing Buffalo Trace?
It'd have been a lot more fun.
It'd just been a party.
It'd been
Nobody
party.
would remember.
Nobody would have said anything.
But in Russia, when a real insurrection occurs, the Wagner group turns on the Russian government and starts marching on Moscow and takes over their major city. Now, that's what a true insurrection would look like.
Yes.
So what if Putin really fleeced everybody?
And I heard that theory today.
What if he posed this whole leaving thing, flying out, whatever, blah blah blah, and he did it just so all the high-ranking officials that disagree with him could be killed, and then they pull all of a sudden back out of this thing, and then he comes back and he's in power again.
Well, he didn't leave power. He
still got power.
He still got power.
But he left though, like he kind
No,
of
he's
faked
just
it,
in
right?
hiding is what they're claiming, because about 100 miles, I believe it was, from Moscow, they made a deal with the head of the Wagner group that he could go to Belarus, and then a lot of the Wagner group that did not turn on
Well, Belarus
Russia.
told him to kick rocks, right?
I don't think that.
I
No,
think, didn't they tell him we staying out of this? This is a Russian problem. Gone.
well, I don't know. Maybe I missed something.
But he could pull out like he's pulling out, and then have all these people killed. None of it falls on him. It falls on the insurrection.
Well, I'll
and
tell
then
you
he
this:
comes right back.
That
There's no opposition at that point.
the head of the group will be looking over his shoulder for a long time, regardless of where he goes.
Sure.
And but that tells you that there's a lot of unrest going on in that part of the nation. And look, I thought you were going this one, and this was a TikTok. Jamie'd probably be all over this feed too. So I'm gonna say this in honor of Jamie. So the $6 billion. Remember, we found $6 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably offered the Wagner guy $6 billion to turn on Putin, and then he began marching. And then Putin said they just took the money and ran with it.
Let's be clear. Live from the Patio did not find $6 billion. We would not be.
We
here
had an
anymore.
account there, and
No.
we now have nothing.
We would
we're
not be here.
actually in the red about $4.
So how can the government have a $6 billion issue, but a taxpayer can't?
Well, tell me this. Okay, so they found $6 billion.
Billion
Billion dollars.
Just found that mess.
Oh crap!
So what could you do with $6 billion to the people in the United States? What could you do to support?
Oh my!
people in
You
the
could do
United States?
tons of stuff. Make libraries, because apparently not having sufficient education is causing all these issues. You can put that towards education. You can put that to roads. You can put that to a lot of different things.
You could probably invent a gun that doesn't kill people. Submarines that don't kill people.
You could do a lot of things.
But you start hearing about the amount
Bridges.
of money.
We need another
amount of money the
we need another
government spends.
we need another bridge over here in Memphis, Tennessee.
We need to put some more. We need to put $6 billion worth of lights on them.
We probably put $1 billion on
Be
those
tricked
things.
out.
Those
They
things.
need to spend some money and get some more of this allocated bourbon done. That's what we
Dude,
need. We
it's
need
exactly.
a bill to allow more allocated bourbon.
You know what I would do if I was
People
mayor of
be
Memphis? I would have the bridge. I put big old speakers on it. All right.
Yeah,
and
and
we'd
put a sign
play
that said-
3 6 Mafia songs, and the bridge would play to the Christmas lights, like
Yeah.
the 3
Yeah.
6 Mafia. People come all around the
And
world
the
saying,
lights-
Whoop that trick on it.
"Whoop that trick!"
The
constantly.
lights will have John Morant's portfolio on, his outline on there and stuff like that. We could have that many lights where it's actually like a
I
dancing.
would have all the lights.
We have a dancing Christmas tree.
I'd have BJ Benson head it up.
I think it'll definitely lower crime in Memphis if we did this.
Well, they'd be too busy watching the lights to kill
Exactly. You can't kill people if you're watching lights.
people. I know. Whoop that trick.
Exactly. Makes everybody happy.
You start whooping them instead of shooting them.
Exactly.
So you mentioned about schools, right? So let me find my score. National middle school math and reading scores reach an 11-year low. Only 14% of students reported that they read for fun every day. We should, you know what?
I've never read for fun.
Yeah, but your wife balances it out because she reads for fun.
She do.
Did you do? Do you think this does have any direct correlation to shutting down schools for like a year and a half?
No, you don't think?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Or maybe it's the fact that I wonder if we were to like read on TikTok that people would listen. Like you're just reading a book on TikTok.
Somebody
Audiobook.
would, yeah.
I don't know. But maybe that's why our reading's down, because there's a lot of misspelled words on TikTok.
That's true.
Like TikTok.
Yeah, like TikTok's mixed. That's not a real word. It's supposed to be TICK.
But Chinese is on TikTok owned by Chinese people. They can't spell or American language.
Exactly. So therefore, I think TikTok's also got a hand in this. I don't know.
I would say TikTok got a big hand in all of this.
Yeah.
The worst charities in America. These are the organizations giving over 90% of donations to their fat cat executives. So this is from the Daily Mail. I think, Daily Mail. What would you guess? So what are some of the worst ones?
Probably Red Cross.
Well, first one they got here, Cancer Fund of America, legendary status in the dodgy donation game. In 2013, before its president was accused by the FEC of running one of the largest charity fraud cases ever, they were paying him take home six-figure sums each year. So you got the American Cancer Society, Kids Wish Network.
Kids Wish.
Just 2.5% of its funds were spent on cash aid.
I want to say Goodwill is one of them too.
Maybe so.
Let's see, Black Lives Matter. No surprise there.
I was going to say that as well, but
one.
I didn't want to say
Let's
that.
see what else. Firefighters Charitable Foundation. Can you believe that one? Firefighters Charitable Donation.
Really?
That's like a bad one?
Yeah. If they bring in $1 million, they only keep $250 of it. Wow.
If they bring in, they only keep $250.
So they only put $250,000 to use.
Yep, they only keep that much. Where the rest of the story goes?
How is that even legal?
It's not.
I
That's
think
the problem.
How can you?
Wounded Warriors caught a bunch of flack for that at one time, I believe.
That was probably more or less just because there's a bunch of conservatives.
I think in order to be called a charitable organization, you have to at least give more than 50% of your funds to people, not to yourselves.
I was going to say 50%.
I would say at least 50.
That's fair
over
enough.
50. I would say 50.1 is fine. It's just going to be because if not, if you're giving
you
less
gotta
than
have
50%,
overhead. You're going to have overhead. You
Well,
got to
let's be
spend money to
honest.
make money.
you are going to have overhead.
And you need, if you can double what you expend, that's what you're saying.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Basically.
And if you're the dude that is going, I mean, the guy the CEO, whoever's making all the money off of it, he spends some time doing what he does, and he's raising a lot of money for good stuff. He deserves to make a lot of money and be paid a lot of money for doing what he does. I think so. Because can't anyone go out and raise millions and millions of dollars?
That's the problem with a nonprofit, though. Why are you working for a nonprofit, right? Are you working to have a good? I mean, yes, you're entitled to a good living,
right?
But should they get $500,000 a year? No, they shouldn't.
No, that's a lot.
That should be your volunteer job.
I mean, they're not like Sam's Club. They're not a Walton.
Gary, I'm glad you're back because last week these guys laughed hysterically about a story that this woman got asked to give ride home, and then she was run over by the same person.
Hold on.
Yes, I heard about the story.
Jamie and my dad.
Can you believe how terrible that was?
It was a terrible story, and Jamie couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, he just couldn't. I don't understand why.
So now we all have a glimpse of
but I got
what
another
Jamie's
story.
soul is.
This one probably is fun.
My dad was looking forward to seeing you. He was like, Gump's going to be there?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't able to make it.
An armed robber allegedly forced his victim to befriend him on Facebook, where he later told her she was too pretty to rob and asked her out. Amber Baran said she returned to her southeast Indianapolis home at around 4 a.m. on May the 8th after a long day of work. And dang, you ain't lying if she didn't get home to 4 a.m. and was grabbing mail from her mailbox when the man approached her, later identified as Damian Boyce, who pulled out a gun. He took it out of his pocket to show me what was going on. She said, let me into his house. She recounted. Here's the woman. Now, y'all going to see it. Let me see if I can get this up here where we can all see it.
But she was too fine to be robbed.
It's like something that's on like Friday or something.
Well, but I don't know. When I look at her, it doesn't really come across
I mean, you got to look at the robber, though. Like, she may have that swag,
Well,
man.
he's down here. So he does kind of, she would.
Oh, dude, a little swole.
I can see his nips.
Got the little swole going on.
But look, if you live in some apartment complexes that can't mow the grass, that's probably a sign that she probably cute for
what
that.
What y'all think she sounds like?
That yard done took
Is
over
there
that
a
road.
video. Let me see. Is this a video?
I hope it's a video. Let's see what she said.
I don't know. She got something in her lips.
She got fangs.
Here, let's see. Let's
does.
see if I can find this.
She's a vampire. That's why he couldn't kill her. He didn't.
Y'all seen what's the show? Little dude on a tricycle. He says, "You want to play a game or whatever."
Saw.
You remember he stitched that chick's lips together?
I don't remember that. I wasn't into the Saw movies. They were a little.
You know, though,
gruesome.
I liked them.
I didn't like them. I didn't. I like horror movies, but it was just a little weird for me.
All right, here's the story. Let me get the sound.
I did because I like the whole serial killer type aspect to it. Or
Of course you would.
what's that mean?
That's what I was wondering. Gary knows something I don't know.
He's thinking about all the times like I tied him up. And beat him and all
I was
that stuff.
tied up and left in a room by myself with the door closed, and I had to crawl on my stomach across the entire house to get someone to help me. I don't know if that's serial killer or not.
Yeah, but
I don't know what
did
that
he
says.
decide you were too cute to do that too?
I also
again?
put a sock.
That's
I
why
put
he
a sock in your mouth, and I did not kill you.
He did not kill me. He just wanted to watch.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I didn't watch. I left.
Here we go. I got the
He
video.
watched me crawl in there in my stomach.
Fine.
I don't know if it was a crawl. It was a slither. Like a caterpillar.
Where is my
Well, I got in trouble with my mama.
$100 from her after then strangely asking her on out on a date. Amber Buron says that she was getting mail from her mailbox.
Oh, come
when a
on, let
man
us hear her
walked up
talk.
to her and showed her that he had a gun in his pocket. She emptied
Oh,
her
he was
purse
just
and
happy to
she
see her.
took the money
That's
out.
what
There
I
was no
think.
gun in his
There was no
pocket.
gun.
That wasn't a
Asked her to
gun.
find him on Facebook.
I thought maybe if I added him on Facebook,
Oh, that ain't
that
what
would
I
be
thought
it,
she was
and
gonna
he'd-
sound
he'd
like.
leave, and he did. But then he continued to message me on Facebook.
Well,
Now, police tracked the man down after he messaged Amber saying that he wanted to pay her back and asking if she wanted to go out on a date with him sometime. The man is now charged with armed
Hey,
robbery.
you got to shoot your shot, man.
Man, come on
Like,
now.
look.
This dude, look. Yeah, but
Gotta
what
shoot
more
your
could she
shot.
ask for? You can't satisfy somebody.
look at the power
Can't
of
satisfy.
look at the power of love. That's all we gotta look at.
Look, one thing about this man, you know he gonna stay with money because he gonna rob folks. I mean,
Look, he was going to rob somebody, pay her
I
back.
know, but not her, 'cause she
can't
too
do
fine.
nothing for him.
Why does
and then
it-
she called the police.
and he's an honest man.
Yeah, because look, he
he
could have
was.
basically.
He's like, I can't do this.
I can't do this.
He
He,
could have
You
took
way
what he
too
wanted.
fine.
could have took what he wanted, but he didn't. That's a
didn't.
gentleman.
That's a gentleman.
He's such a gentleman.
Yeah.
Such a gentleman.
And
Why
he-
does she not see, all the good in him?
Look, you don't get all them tattoos like he's got. Like, there's a reason
No.
I only have this many. It's because they cost too much, right?
Yeah.
This guy got tattoos all over his body. He making that bread,
I bet he would get a tattoo of her name on him.
or he spent a lot
Oh,
of time
I
in
guarantee
prison.
you, he probably already has.
He already has,
So here's another story. The 10 most common, most searched for dreams. Have you guys ever had them?
Teeth falling out?
Teeth falling out
I've
is
never
number one.
had
No.
that dream.
Never.
Spiders.
None of us have either.
No.
Spiders.
No.
Being chased, hair falling
Let's go
out.
down the list.
Falling. Okay, let's go down the list.
Let's
Number
go down
one,
the list, yes or no?
teeth fall out.
No.
No.
Spiders.
No.
No.
Being chased.
No.
I've probably had one or two
Hold
maybe
on.
being chased.
Do you consider being chased by ghosts?
By anything.
Anything.
Okay, I've been chased by
That's
ghosts.
something,
Like a sheet ghost? Like, woohoo.
Like I was like, I just finally had to stand up to the ghost because he was messing with me.
What'd you tell him? Don't chase me, ghost.
I said, "Come on, get me!
Did it look like me?
I ain't got time for
I'm
this."
sure I've been chased by something.
I ain't been
sleep.
chased.
I mean, you're talking about
Yeah,
48
maybe.
years of dreaming. Hair falling out. I have no hair. It doesn't bother me. Falling. I've
Yes,
probably
the
dreamed
biggest,
of
the
falling.
biggest. That's
Yes,
the biggest
I've
one.
had
No, I did not.
Yes.
You haven't? An X. You ever dream about an X?
Yeah, I've dreamed. Everybody's dreamed about some form of
No.
X.
How about
No.
flying?
No.
No.
No, I
Oh, I
did.
have. I've had flying dreams. Death.
Like the actual dying, like to die
Well,
in your dream. No,
Just death. Somebody dying or something.
I don't know. I mean, I've never died in my dream.
If I didn't wake up, I'd have died. Though.
no,
Cheating. You ever dream cheating?
No.
No.
no,
Or your partner cheating?
Nope.
no, not really. No,
No, me either.
no.
So let's see what some of this means. Let's see
I
if they tell
don't,
us.
I don't like
How many
list.
people have had dreams of fighting and you can't swing your arms?
Okay, so I don't have that dream,
No.
but I have a dream.
That's because you were tied
I
up.
hit- I
That's
hit-
because you were tied up as
I
a
hit
kid.
Jamie one time because I was having a dream and I swung and I couldn't swing. And was it Jamie or was it you? And I hit him. It was back when we were like sleeping.
Brett, there's a good chance it was Jamie.
It was Jamie, and I was swinging in my dream, and I couldn't do it, and all of a sudden I went, "Ugh," and I hit Jamie right in the arm. While
Hey,
he was
did you
sleeping.
get hit
tied up.
back?
Yeah, he did. He's like, "Why'd you hit me?"
Did you get hit back?
Yeah, he hit me back.
You did. Oh, it's probably me then.
Okay.
If you didn't get hit back, it was
All
probably
right, so
Jamie.
what does it mean? Dreaming about teeth falling out. All of us said we didn't.
No.
I bet
No.
Jamie's dreamt about all these. The dream is common in its fact that it's the most searched for term. It's really a common dream. It often means that the dreamer is worried about losing something important to them. Okay.
That's weird. I've never had that.
Dreaming about spiders. We all said, I don't ever remember.
Snakes.
Jamie has
Snakes I dream about quite a bit.
I've dreamt about
Do you think it's because
I've
more
dreamed
people are
about
scared of
snakes, too.
spiders
No.
than they are snakes?
I was always told, my mother, she always had these things about dreams. She said if you dream about snakes, it means there's an enemy that's messing with you or somebody's trying to.
I guarantee you,
That's
Jamie
weird.
has dreamed about spiders because he's scared of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does spiders mean?
The meaning of the dream about spiders depends on what spiders were actually doing. If there were spiders around and you generally have a fear, then it could be reflecting something you're scared of. Okay.
I get that, yeah.
I bet Jamie is scared of spiders with clown hats on.
That's probably what they had on.
They have makeup and everything.
So
it
it is like the worst for him, right?
Yeah.
However, if the spider bit you, then it could be that you feel attacked or victimized. Dreaming about being chased.
What dude needed something to write for his company? Like, because this is off the wall.
It is, and none of these are
So
really top
being
ones.
chased means you're running from a problem in life. Okay, duh, who's not? Everybody's got problems.
Sure.
Dreaming about hair falling out. It depends if it's clumps or strands. I mean, you're fearing about getting old, you're feeling less attractive. I think we're all confident, folks. Dreaming about falling. We all said we have.
Does that include pubic hair? If you dream about your pubic hair falling out?
Have you ever dreamed about your pubic hair falling out?
Well, yeah. Y'all don't?
I feel like that'd be a good dream, I guess. I mean,
Would you
then-
care
I
if
don't
your
know.
pubic hair falling out?
No, I wouldn't
That'd
at
be
all.
awesome.
I mean, yeah, then you have to no more manscaping is what I see it
And
as.
he got like a forever
a lot
bald eagle.
bigger.
This
I
is
know.
awesome.
It looked bigger.
It would.
Younger. And younger.
And more free.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you know, they say for every like so many pounds you lose, like you gain an inch.
Yeah.
So I figure if I can get down about 65 pounds, I'd be like, I'd be
strong.
I might be there.
I might be
make it.
Gary size at 10 pounds. Running away consecutively, this could suggest that you've lost control over something or falling. Could
Terry,
mean
you
that.
just turned into a big penis.
Yeah.
You just be like, it's just,
Let's see what else we got. It said it was going to tell us the meaning of all those, and then it went away.
About half of them.
Yeah, it only tells us.
Yeah,
about
because
that.
it's a fake story. I think.
Fake story.
so what?
So anyway, we did look. I guess we're weird or
so
something.
what are dreams y'all actually have? I do have a reoccurring dream.
I used to have one.
I mean, I have
haven't
one
had it
quite
in
often.
years. That I had a final that I never went to class for. You
Yeah.
probably had that one for.
I always had no. It's somewhat similar to that. I would always
I
dream
did
that
that
I
in real
had.
life.
I had a
Actually, I did too.
I had signed up for a class for the semester, and like I didn't go to it all year because I didn't know I had it.
I've had that dream too
That-
a couple
and that
times.
happens
No,
all the
not
time
a
for me.
lot, but I've had it several times I can remember.
What does that mean?
That means you worry too much about school.
That's right. That could be it.
So I have a dream where I'm a cop still.
Yeah.
And I'm in a fight, like a legitimate cop fight, guys.
Between
And,
other cops
with a gun. No, not with, and the trigger, and like I'm clearing malfunctions, all these things, but I can never fire, and then I'll wake up before anything happens. But
That's similar
so
to
I
the
have
one
a-
he
I
said
have-
about not being able to fight.
I have a yeah, it's the same thing. I have a squishy trigger, like my
And it
gun
won't do.
will not fire.
Yeah, I get.
Will not fire.
Yeah, no, I definitely get the.
And
get
I'm
that.
going
That
through
makes
the
sense.
whole process.
Yeah.
Right.
So here you go,
It will
Gary.
not fire.
It means lack of self-confidence. An issue in reality stops you from reaching your goal. A desire to seem cool to your partner. Do you ever need to seem cool to Whitney?
No, I really don't, because she knows I'm the coolest already.
Good sense of
Yeah,
morality.
I was going the opposite.
Fired up in the workplace.
But-
yeah. What's another one? Good point, Donnie. What's another dream you have? Marty, you're a quiet man. What's a dream?
Mine's kind of, it ain't a dream. It's just like I wake up and I can't move.
That's called
That's
sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Okay, I didn't know what it was called.
Oh, I got a
You
scary
really
story.
can't.
I got a scary story about that.
That's
How often does
Michelle,
that
Marty.
happen?
Michelle,
Yes.
man, put-
It's scary. Like I'm trying to.
You're trying to move
holler
and
at
you
something,
can't.
and
Did you ever have you had surgery
That's
where you've
weird,
been knocked
Marty.
out? Okay. You know, sometimes people wake up in the middle of their surgeries and they're awake, but they can't move. They're actually paralyzed from it. Did that happen? Have you ever had that happen? No.
I think
So-
oftentimes
And that's
you-
the most often kind of deal I
How
have.
often does that happen?
I think often you don't remember that situation with the surgery. I think probably a lot of us have woken up and they knock us back out before, and we don't remember it, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
anything else.
Not real often.
Do you think you're really awake or you're dreaming you're awake? Because look, now I sometimes
That's
dream
weird,
I
Marty.
wake up.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I've had that
it's
before.
like you can't
Yeah,
do nothing.
dream that you wake up.
And you'll be trying to I'll be trying to holler at Michelle, and
You can't do nothing.
can't say nothing.
That's crazy, man.
But no, I.
Does she have a knife when you're trying to holler at her, or is she like standing over you?
You
thinking,
feel like a little prick right here in your neck, right there.
we know what's going on, Marty. It's okay.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Look, if you take off your sunglasses and blink 3 times if we need to send someone to your house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blink through your sunglasses. We'll know
Blink
too.
through.
He's blinking, guys.
Here's some things that could be associated with sleep paralysis. Occult practices. Are you practicing? any occult
Gummit,
practices?
Marty.
I would buy that.
No.
I would buy that.
Let's see here. Drugs.
Are you taking ketamine?
Gummit, Marty.
Are you taking ketamine? What are you doing?
Bourbon.
Generational.
Marty's injecting bourbon. He's starting a new trend.
He said, I'm taking out the middleman, taking out the esophagus.
He's selling bourbon by the gram in little bags.
Man.
And you know what? Maybe no one will ever know the cause, but that sounds scary as hell to me.
Yeah,
If I were to
that's
wake up
crazy,
and
man.
couldn't
I'd hate
move,
that.
No, don't.
I'd be freaked out.
I'm telling you, I'm going to take this a step further.
Uh-oh.
I can only remember one time I had sleep paralysis.
Hey, you live in a haunted apartment, though. I remember that.
No,
mess.
it wasn't an apartment. It occurred at the little dollhouse over on Ridgeway Cove, the old dollhouse we had. I fell asleep in my.
You lived in a dollhouse?
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
was
you never
it a
came to
Barbie
visit.
and Ken house or more of a,
No, it was more of a
You
dollhouse.
gangster, dude.
more
I'm
of a
gangster.
toll house,
I'm gangster.
dollhouse?
But I fell asleep in my recliner like I usually do, and I woke up and I couldn't move. Sleep paralysis. But I could feel something pulling the back of my chair down, and I was like trying to move, and I could not move. And finally, I popped up, and I started looking behind the chair for stuff. There's nothing
You
there.
sure it wasn't a
What'd
dream,
you pop
though?
up like?
No, because I was in the same position. I was in the same
position.
position, but I could feel something pulling on the back of the chair.
What?
You think I'm playing? It
No,
freaked
but
me
I
out.
think you can dream about stuff like that. And I have definitely multiple times dreamt I was awake and not be.
But I had a dream that I was sleep paralyzed.
No, it's
I've
you're
never
doing all
had
you can
that.
do to
Yes,
move.
I was doing everything I could to move, and I could feel something pulling down that, like I could feel myself going like this.
So, Gary, now look at the camera. Blink 3 times if you need help at home. We need to. Be
Well, that was like 14 years ago, so
okay, so you.
Gary,
I'm good now. I think that trend has passed with her, so we're good.
That's what you think, bro. You better keep acting right. That's what you think.
That's what you.
I think
Whitney will cut you.
I know.
She's like Amanda. She
Well,
will
I
cut
know
you.
she'll shoe me, so
Maybe.
Shoe you or
Yeah,
shoot you?
shoe.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Remember we talked about her before. She calls Lauren Boebert, who is she a South Dakota maybe or a North Dakota senator or something like that. She called her a little bitch to her face during House floor arguments.
I about spit my drink.
On
me
Wednesday,
off guard.
Representative Boebert used a procedural tool called a privilege resolution to force a vote on her articles of impeachment, stepping on Representative Greene's toes, who has long been fighting for impeachment. Oh. The Daily Beast reports, according to 2 sources that saw the exchange and a third from Eighth Matter, the back and forth began when Boebert approached Greene, then seated in the chamber and confronted her over statements you made about me publicly. All 3 of the sources said Greene called Boebert a bitch. One of the sources said Greene called her a little bitch. All right, look. These guys, these ladies are on the same side of this, okay?
I love Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. I just do.
I just think that's like life.
No, if she goes up
crazy.
to AOC
I don't see a problem.
or who's the one Jamie loves out in California that was Speaker of the House? Pelosi. Goes up to one of them and then starts telling them that, then we got something. But as long as it's infighting amongst the right, not much we
All
got.
Marjorie needs is a little bit of swag. She needs to wear some swag, and we got it all. She needs some gold chains.
Outcast said, "Go read a book, you illiterate son of a. Step
Yeah.
up your vocab."
Oh man,
That's what she said to him. That's crazy.
Marjorie's gangster.
These other places around the world, they're actually having battles and fights, and we're over here
Fighting about the dumbest damn things, right?
Why, Hunter, the stuff in the Joe Biden stories, now there's this one that there's text messages. I saw it was the guy Ben Bongino had this long text message, and it was basically Hunter Biden confirms, I'm here with my dad. Why are you guys not coming through with your end of the agreement? Look,
So
I believe Biden will be withdrawing from running, and they'll let him finish out his term if he's lucky. Otherwise, we're going to end up with Kamala.
I agree with you. I think they're going to finish out his term, and I also have a theory as why they're not essentially going to throw Hunter in jail. Not yet.
because he's president, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a joke.
There you go.
I think you hit a point where you become untouchable.
He's currently untouchable. Okay, so everybody's
He's
Hunter
untouchable.
is.
Hunter is
He
untouchable.
untouchable.
What can the
What makes him
president?
untouchable?
The president? Can the president not pardon anybody that they want to do?
Not till they're charged or found guilty. Not till they're found guilty. He can't charge
He's
anybody
gonna-
till they're found guilty.
Okay, when he's found guilty, he'll pardon him, and that's what they're doing right now. The FBI and stuff like that.
You know what'd be awesome?
as soon as Biden's out of office, everybody will be charged.
So look,
I'm gonna get
If he got arrested and the next president wouldn't pardon the former president's son,
No, I'm going a totally different. So they piss off Biden and say, we don't want you running anymore. Your son, we're going to hang him out to dry. And then they find Trump guilty of all these charges. And Biden goes, I'm going to pardon Donald Trump of all the things that he's done. Because he's now angry at the DNC. They've basically kicked him out.
So you could build a huge name for yourself as Joe Biden if you were like, you know what? In America, we need to forgive. Like if he was able to talk,
Sure.
Like,
Yes.
if he was able to talk like Obama, he could spin it and make it completely all about him and pardon Trump.
If he pardoned
and be
Trump,
president again,
I think
Yeah.
that would be. I'm with you there.
they
that
probably
if he-
still have to cheat, but
They'll still cheat, but I think everybody cheats in
Y'all
some
just
which
got
way.
us banned.
Everybody
We just
cheats.
come off a
Everybody
huge
cheats.
video. Y'all talk about
Everybody-
cheating in elections.
I think-
Here we go.
I think
We're done.
Republicans-
they all
Republicans-
everybody
cheats. I
If
don't-
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You
That's
ain't
what we
trying.
used to say.
That's right. If you ain't first, you last. But no, I agree with you there. I totally agree that if it would be good for Biden to pardon Trump, it would actually help Biden in the polls because then it shows that Biden is not politically motivated trying to get rid of his counterpart.
You come up on that stage and you say, "There's no way on earth an American president should be blah 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 blah." Pardon you, Donald Trump. Blah 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 blah.
I guarantee
and
you,
you go and you just walk off and mic drop.
I guarantee
Oh,
you,
man.
he jumps 5 to 10 points if he does that.
He should flip the bird, everybody.
How much
Unless
you
he
want
does
to bet?
it.
I guarantee you jump 5 to 10 points if he did that.
He would.
Easy. I mean, I wouldn't give him any points.
I don't care who's our next president. I just want somebody that actually cares about America, and I don't know that
Look,
we're ever
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell you
find
what,
that. I don't
RFK
think we can
Jr.
find it.
is making a hell of a case for himself.
Just give me somebody
telling
that
you.
just makes the best.
He's
I'm
making-
tired of of somebody making decisions for everybody else. Make them for us, and I mean we have interests that we have to maintain.
The left will never
We
support
have to
RFK.
maintain.
No, they won't because
They will
he's
never.
too moderate.
He's too moderate. And
He makes too much damn sense.
the guy is super smart. If you listen to him, and look, I'm only basing it off one long interview he did with Rogan. I really liked it, though. I really liked what he had to say. He talks with a lot of logic. He's very informed. He's very learned. He really has done a lot of research on a lot of different topics, and people won't debate him. And
It's because they know he'll crush them. He knows what he's talking about.
if he can pull it off and run as an independent, or if he can simply debate Joe Biden,
So in
he'll
this
be the nominee.
in this election this year, do we get the debates we always get on TV?
Well, the election's next year.
Or can
We're just
bro, you know I
Yeah, I know. That's what,
And do people
Actually,
have
we're
the
halfway through
ability
this
not to show up?
so we're halfway
Like, can
through
Joe
this
Biden
year.
be like, "Well, I'm going to run, but I'm not coming to your debate"?
Well, but they won't allow. So the DNC has already said that if Joe Biden runs, which he has said, that they will not allow a debate for Joe Biden. And it's not uncommon for someone to challenge someone, the president, when it's from their own party, and they never have to debate in the primaries. They never do.
I mean,
but this guy's weak. He may be
Oh, he's the weakest.
Jimmy Carter. Jimmy
Dude,
Carter's
Jimmy Carter was maybe better.
But look at
This
Kennedy.
is like this.
I don't even know if I
bad.
can argue.
I don't remember
This
Jimmy
is
Carter, so I
bad.
don't know. But
He was bad.
But the reason why Kennedy's so popular right now is because him and Trump run on the same premise. Both of them run
They
on the
really
premise
do.
getting rid of the deep state. Both of them are doing that.
If you take JFK and put an R instead of a D beside his name, their stories aren't so different.
No, they're-
Would you? So say we could go back to John F. Kennedy, and you know what you know about him, his political views. Would you vote for JFK?
He was for America.
I think so.
But
He was a patriot. He
Robert
fought
RFK
serious
was too.
wars.
well,
RFK was for America.
I think I'd vote for JFK.
well, here's the thing: it'd be very easy to vote for Democrat back
Especially
then because
now.
there's very few issues that separated Republicans and Democrats back then. Democrats and Republicans were moderate back then. Now everybody's getting so polarized.
Actually, everyone tried to move toward the middle and not
Yes.
be to the extremes, and it's going the
Exactly.
exact opposite.
now we're going so far.
Look, Obama today.
You gotta
is
be
a
one or
moderate.
the other.
Yes,
If you look at Obama when he went to office, he was the most liberal president we ever voted in, and by today's standards, He's a moderate.
Yes.
He's a moderate by today's standards.
I think half of us would be happy with Obama.
I tell you what,
would
compared
right
to
now.
this dude.
Shit, at least dude could do an interview.
Exactly. I mean, he could talk.
Even if he married Michael, we don't give a shit.
I don't either.
I'll
Just
take
come
him.
run the country. I don't care. I don't care if we have John and Steve, as long as one of them's a damn good president and cares about America.
Do you think Kennedy's also real popular because he's under the age of 80? I mean, come on. I mean, Trump's not there yet.
I'm serious, man. I do not
Isn't it
care. I just want you
crazy?
to love America.
Well, but it's crazy that the message is about the youth vote. It's about the youth, the next generation, and yet we continue to vote into office all these really, really old people. That, Feinstein, is it Feinstein? That's basically Weekend at Bernie's at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absurd. Okay, so look, guys, I don't know if we'll have a Thursday drop or not. Half of us are going to be on the Gulf Coast in different places. The other two can try to pull it off if you want. My house will be available to you.
You could try some things.
We could actually do some. We could
Gary
all
be talking to
go.
himself.
We could all go remote too, and just do a quick drop. But anyway, so we may or may not have a show Tuesday. If not, we'll be back next week. I believe we'll probably be able to drop one on the 4th. We're going to do something patriotic for you guys on the 4th of July, so we got some time to worry about it. And then after that, we'll probably take a little break too. But anyway, look, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for getting out there, and we're going to say some parting words.
We're going live. That's what I want to know. That's my parting words.
I was going to say now, but I got too much stuff there.
Yeah, I can't go
All right,
now.
so parting words, Gary.
All right, so if we get 1,000 views on one of our videos on YouTube, we will dress up as our favorite president for the 4th of July.
Oh, that's good. How many views?
1,000 views
on
on
YouTube.
one
DW,
video.
what's your parting word?
Hang on, that's pretty good.
That is
I
strong.
like what he said.
Look,
I'll
I'll dress
do that
up
too.
as- I
Let's
don't
do
even-
that.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
There ain't many fat presidents. DW, parting words.
I'm ready to dress up as a president.